up, Joe?
What's going on, Charlie?
All right, so no one gives a fuck about our week, but
yeah, our week's always the same.
Real quick, you went to a wedding. This time,
I
a
did.
family wedding. I'm not.
I went to a friend wedding.
How was it?
It was amazing. I had a great time. I got to see a bunch of old friends, and I didn't drink.
Oh, that's good.
It was a beautiful thing.
All right, cool. How'd you handle? Did you talk to your sponsor?
Yeah, of course. Talk to my sponsor every day.
No, while you're at the wedding, ding dong.
No, because I felt good, but I called him right after.
Okay.
Let him know I did good, but
before and after.
And you went right to a meeting after, right?
I did call him before that too.
Oh yeah, good. All right, so that worked.
But no, man, it was a great time. Everybody else was drinking and getting hammered, but I was fine.
Awesome. Well, at least you got through it. That's another one you got through. That's cool.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do today is switch it up a little bit. So what I did was we have Ian, we have Sir John, we have Jack, little Mikey that just walked away. Obviously me and
You
Joey.
can't sit still, bro.
So what I'm going to do is I wrote down a bunch of random questions.
Okay.
I'm going to ask random people a question, and you just pop in what you got for a minute or two.
Yo,
Whatever
grab
you
me one of those.
So
Come here, please.
Go ahead.
yeah, if you don't mind, bring them over.
Bring over cooler. There you go.
So let's start with this one.
Nice using
Ready?
your head.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with John Hawk.
John H.
John H. Sorry.
We've
Sir
name
John.
dropped
I
you,
think we name
every
dropped you
episode, bro.
a million times already. Sorry.
The whole country knows
They already
that.
know you. They already know you. So my question to you, let me just pick one of these randomly.
Oh, you should have. I'll give you an easy question.
How do you get right with your sobriety every morning without using a 3-letter word? Go.
I get right on my higher power
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you do every morning?
every morning.
All right. So elaborate a little bit. I'm kidding. You can use a 3-letter word.
Oh, yeah. It's very well. When I wake up, I grab my phone and I start reaching out to people.
Okay.
I start texting people right away. I get out of bed, make my bed, and then I don't leave my house until I'm right.
Okay.
I start praying instantly. Just you got me. Every day it could change. Some days it's just, bro, you got me today, man. I'm just not having a good morning. You know, whatever it is, just I know you're gonna guide me. Other days it's more in depth, but I don't leave my house without feeling.
And if you do,
I have a bad day.
you do.
Yes, I have a very bad day.
That's important.
Yes, it's over. They always say you can start your day. You can always start your day over, but it's so much easier to get your day started off right. You know.
Are you
Understood.
asking all of us this question?
No.
Okay.
I got you want yours next?
But
No, I just
let's
wanna.
let
I just
John
wanna-
finish.
Yeah, I
We
wanna.
lost the view.
So John.
Is that me? Yo, you look at this guy. He's got a.
Are you guys
I wanna
looking
elaborate
at the
on that
video?
real
We
quick.
could look at it later, guys.
I want to elaborate on.
Oh,
what
this
you
is too
just
funny.
said.
So,
I'll go
if
for
you
it.
would like to make
No,
a point, go
I
ahead.
would like
Jack,
to make
there's
a point
nothing funny about
because-
recovery except for saving your life, all right?
All right,
So maybe
so
tuck that away for now.
John's my sponsor, and I finally see when I pray to my higher power and I get right before I start my day. So when I don't, I see a total difference. I really do. So I got to get where's this God in my head before I get in my head.
Get God in your head before you get Joey in your head.
And I
That's
see
a
the
good point.
change, bro. I really do, 100%.
There's a lot of 3-letter words
Well,
rolling around here that
since-
you got to use in the morning.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah,
you're
I see.
speaking, Joe,
Yes.
I'll randomly, again, I'm just randomly picking questions.
Okay.
So how do you balance a relationship with sobriety?
He gave him that
So
question.
how do I balance a relationship? Well,
In a healthy way to keep your sobriety and your relationship.
first and foremost,
And even
I think
keel.
it comes like my partner needs to understand, which my partner does understand, that no matter what, my recovery comes first.
Okay, perfect.
100%. And she's very supportive, and she'll get on me, be like, "Are you hitting your meetings?" Because she'll see a change in me when I don't hit a meeting for a few days.
Okay.
So checkmate, bitch.
Very good. Does anyone else want to elaborate on that?
It's,
I plead the fifth.
We're live right now, right?
Yeah.
We got plenty of time after.
He's a
Jack,
Oh, please give us a good one.
Yes.
spell sobriety. No. Just kidding.
still sick. It's not suffering.
Fucking savages.
He got nervous. Look at his face.
That's my real question, bro.
You stop looking at it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to look at it.
You have sponsees,
Let me
correct?
Google it real quick.
So how would you handle a relapse of one of your sponsors?
Well, I went through that already, and Somebody actually shared this at a meeting a few weeks ago, and it was the best thing I ever heard, because I need to hear it that night. Did you take the suggestions? Did you get a big book? Did you get a sponsor? Did you call your sponsor every day? Have you been going to meetings? Have you done your 90 and 90? If you haven't did most of that, what'd you relapse from? You know what? If you're not taking any of those suggestions, and you go back out, you never really surrendered. So I can't take that personally. You know?
Can't take it personally.
No.
That's the biggest thing I was asking. Okay.
You know, because you want to. When you get it, you want to just shake everybody and make them get it.
Right.
You can. It's their journey. You know, it's just something that I learned over time. You know, me and we'll call him Sir H over here. We chased a lot of people around in the beginning of my early days too. And when it starts affecting your serenity, you have to just let go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
John, you got anything?
No.
Nothing to add?
That's.
I obviously don't sponsor anybody, but I did have someone that left where I was, and I drove them somewhere, and I had a problem with it because the guy was high when I brought him to his sober house.
Yeah.
And I actually kept calling John because I was like, wow, I don't even know what to do here. Okay, really didn't know what to do. And John's suggestion was, you're helping him, bring him where he's got to go, and let it go at that.
I think at some point you want to save everybody. Like, remember we brought somebody, me and Jack brought somebody to detox, and I was hoping he'd get it. And you can't save everyone. They gotta want it for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I know I try to drag as many people to meetings and stuff, but you know,
Just always being of service.
no one's
Number
gonna.
12.
Not everyone's making it, obviously, but you try your best. I
Well,
guess.
today was a perfect example from what we saw.
What was that?
We
Yeah,
went for a drive.
Oh,
You don't want to bring that in.
okay.
Don't bring that in.
I'm not gonna name names. I'm just saying. That's the reality of what we do.
That's
Absolutely.
what this disease brings us.
Yeah.
And you got to keep that up front when you see people like that.
That shit grounded me today. You know? A few weeks ago, everything was different, and now look where you could be at.
Yep.
You know?
Well,
Listen, we all at one point had the desire.
What?
The desire to stop.
Oh, 100%.
You know, and as long as you keep that desire, that's the forefront of every day that you have a desire to stop. And
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
it's
you put your
important to
sobriety
remember
first.
how fucking horrible and bad it was.
The name of the
we
game
have
as I
a
forget
short
that-
memory, so that's
as
why
soon
you
as I
get to
fucking
lots of
forget
meetings.
that,
Yeah.
You know, your
Incredibly
fucking
short
mind
memory.
starts playing tricks on you, and you think you're able to do it again. Oh, this time it'll be different. I've done that multiple times.
so that's actually a good point that you just made. I'm going to ask Ian, as you've relapsed a couple times, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, being a person that has relapsed a few times, what are you doing different today than you did in the past?
Well, in the past, I used to fake it to make it all the time. Never, I had a sponsor, but would never call them. Would call them when I needed a favor, a ride, money, you know, stuff like that. Not use them for what I'm supposed to use them for. Never went to meetings on a regular basis, you know. Now, what's different now is like I needed to do this for myself. You know, every other time I was doing it for other people. And every time, you know, I'd be staying in a hotel, and then I'd get, oh, you know, we got a detox book for you. Oh, great, good. I'm gonna get clean this time. You guys are the best. And you know, I'm getting high in detox because I don't want to be there. What am I doing there? But now this time, I put myself there. I put myself in rehab. I put myself here. You know, and every day, what am I doing different every day? Like, I don't care what people like, and that's another thing. I used to care what people think, like try to compare recoveries, but it really don't matter. Like, you know, if the guy next to me is saying he's doing it, and I know he's not doing it, I'm still going to be your friend. I'm still going to uplift you, but I know what I'm doing, and that's all that matters to me, because I know whether it's leaving here and going to 7-Eleven, right or wrong answer, beer, no beer, coffee instead of beer, not go to the cop spot, that's on me,
Right.
you know, but, and helping people, that was the biggest thing, even now, you know, the situation with my boss, I'm not going to get into it, but, you know, here I am, you know, newly in recovery, helping out people that are relapsing because they see something in me that maybe I didn't see, you know, but that's it. But the day that I stop doing what I'm doing, from the morning I wake up to the morning I go to to the moment I go to sleep, rather, then it's over, and then it's that quick. It's that quick. One thing off in the morning for me, I feel it. But and also the biggest thing is, like, I might wake up in a bad mood, but a bad moment isn't a bad day. You know, that's huge for me, because I could rock out all day. Oh, this, that. I lost my phone in the cork bucket. I went over here. I did this. I did that. You know, it just happened. Leave it alone. Go pray on it. Go talk to someone. I mean, John's not even my sponsor, and I speak to this man like nonstop about shit. And look, like honestly, it's like having a backup sponsor, and I'm not saying that because I have another sponsor before him, but like he knows how I am. He'll know something's wrong, but I could bring it up to him. John, I ask him nice and peacefully, "Hey, John, I got a question. Well, I probably have an answer for you," and then boom. But if I don't do that, then I'm holding it in, and it's not good. I see it every day, and I love living here because I see it. You know when someone's going through something, they're holding it in. They're not saying they're acting a certain way, and you try to keep an eye on them and hope for the best. But that's really all I got.
That's the importance too. Like the sober houses, bro. A few weeks ago, I was in my own shit for days. Stopped talking in the group chat, and now I see you guys are fucking reaching out without me even noticing it.
Weird.
And then I finally spoke on it and did step work on it. And I see it. I see all the. I mean, I know for me, when I'm in my shit, I isolate. Being in a place like this, you can't really isolate.
Yeah, I saw Joey actually burn. I saw Joey burn the paper that night. It was like he got born again.
Yeah, and I started floating.
Actually, we probably should mention that, by the way. We're recording this at the home of Your Journey Begins, which is a sober house, which they hold meetings at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays and Fridays, and they're switching in October to Tuesdays and Fridays. It's an awesome group. Beginners group. Everyone here is always there, for the most part.
It's mandatory.
Well, yes. Is it mandatory?
Progress, not perfection.
But yeah, we take a lot of newcomers. Come. It's a good group of people. So
A couple people in Queens were reaching out about this meeting.
oh, is that right? So Mikey, you're last there. I have. What do I want to ask you? I guess.
What?
All right. How about this? How about
Come on, Mike, you got this.
Being a kid, how old are you?
25.
All right. So being young and obviously you're around older guys in recovery. What differences do you see in your recovery as opposed to what we got going on?
Well, what differences do I see?
Like you came in earlier than we did, obviously.
Yeah.
So what's your outlook on your sobriety as opposed to? Are you learning anything from the older guys? You
Well,
know
Wow.
what I'm saying?
I've been around it for years,
Okay.
but even like when I was younger, I've been around alcoholics and drug addicts my whole life.
Okay.
And even going through, this is my first time I've been actually serious about it. Like Ian said, I always did please everyone else, and like I was always, even though I wasn't doing the right thing, I was still being taught all these things that people were doing to get where they are.
Okay.
And but being around it this time, now that I'm actually doing it on my own and seeing around you guys, good group of guys, I feel comfortable at where I'm at. I have those days where I'm like going nuts, but
We all do.
yeah, of course. But I don't know. I feel good about it this time. I don't know. I got a good sponsor. I call him every day. I'm actually doing step work.
You could say who it is. He's sitting right there.
Johnny,
By the way, he sponsors all of us except for
Attaboy.
Ian.
John H. Yeah, John H.
Who do I work out
Sponsor. I'm doing step work for the first time I've ever done.
But
It's on your heart.
you're good, bro. Whatever you got.
I don't know. The last couple of days have been rough. I've been running at 100 miles per hour. I don't know why. I've just been kind of losing it, but I'm still here. I'm still coming. I look. Speaking of meetings every Wednesday and Friday, I actually look forward to them because you are right about the people that come here,
Yeah.
the group that's here. It's a really good meeting to be at when you're going through shit, especially in this house. This house it gets tough in these houses. It doesn't have to be this specific house, but just being in a sober house gets tough. And,
Well, we're all a bunch of assholes too. That doesn't
oh, yeah,
help.
100%.
Your best fans to the right here.
100%, but I don't know. I really want to get to the point where you guys are at, for 2.5 years, year and a half. I want to get there one day, and just, I'm trying to be patient. I'm not a patient person, but I'm really trying hard to be patient.
You just got to keep reaching out to everybody and talking about it, and you'll be all right.
That's another thing. I gotta get things off my chest more often. and just take suggestions.
His famous words, give it a voice.
It's tough. It's tough,
I
man.
really gotta take
nothing but
suggestions. Yeah.
At a meeting, all right, so I'll just open it up. At a meeting last night, someone mentioned some people went to institutions where others just did AA. Does anyone want to touch on that at all?
Well, the last time I got sober, because of I've been to rehab a bunch of times. Like, I didn't think I needed a detox. I went right back to the rooms. Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some guys that never went to rehab. Like
Oh.
I don't want to. Well, we're on the
I didn't want to
There
realize.
you go.
I think at
Thank you, John.
Yeah, I think at some point,
Never went. I came right to the
I know
rooms.
what I gotta do. I just gotta put the work in.
Well, I mean, I don't know if, for me personally, I didn't meet you guys when I was trying to get sober on my own, going to AA on my own. So I don't know how things would have worked then as opposed to now. But I put myself in a rehab to get away from the outside world
Yeah.
so that I could work on me personally,
Well, yeah.
which was a big problem for me because I was never a problem. So I had to realize that first. And I think that's what got me there, where John figured it out going to rooms. I guess your sponsor, Billy, made it a point to let you know that it was you.
Yeah, he let me know religiously that relapse does not have to be part of my story,
which is great.
which is big because you hear a lot of relapses, and like Jack was saying earlier, what the hell did you relapse from? You want to work in a program, but as soon as I realized, holy crap, this is what I am. I'm an alcoholic.
Right.
My whole life, I thought I was, just a psychopath or something. Thought I was just batshit crazy. And you kind of somewhat relieved when you find out, holy crap, I'm an alcoholic. And then quickly that comes with, yeah, but that means you can't drink anymore. So, I found somebody in the program that I was attracted to, that he had what I wanted. Legitimately, the dude had what I wanted. He was happy, joyous, and free, and he wasn't drunk or high. All right, well, that's what I want. So I did what he did, and it was really
we all
sensitive.
think that's impossible when you're drinking.
Correct.
How can you have a
How
good
can you have
life?
a good time? How do you
if
go
you're
to a
not
party?
drinking?
How do you go to a wedding without having? How do I ever do these things? This is who allowed me to open up to people, because I could never have a relationship with people. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to do anything. How could I ever do any of these things without my security blanket? And then slowly but surely, you start to do these things, and you realize, holy crap, I never needed it. I never needed it.
I mean, this summer I went to barbecues without alcohol. It's the first time that's ever happened in my entire life. That's just, to me, it's great.
Yeah, a
Bands
barbecue.
playing, everyone's having fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Like I say, leaving that wedding too, man. It's like little. Feels like little accomplishments. Like I'm driving away from the wedding. Clear. I feel like I went to a freaking rave or a concert because my ears were ringing. It felt like I partied.
That's age. That's not.
Not 20 years old.
Dude, I don't know. It's like little milestones. It feels like you're hitting little goals, and it makes you stronger, and it keeps me going. Because that wedding kind of was like not really like closure that I needed, but these are people since high school. I've partied with some of these people for over a decade, and to be clear-minded and to be sober, they've never seen me like that. So it felt good. Everybody was telling me I looked great.
We could tell from the bathroom pics.
It was a good. And I danced my ass off. I had such a great time. I really did. And I got through it. Not once did I think of like, I'm missing out, or it'd be good to drink right now with everybody. Like those thoughts never popped up.
Was anyone acting like an asshole at the wedding?
No,
that's
they were
good.
partying, but no, nobody was sloppy. I mean, I'm sure later on in the night.
Well, yeah, the wedding
It was a
ended
day
early,
wedding.
right?
Yeah, it ended at 5:30, so I'm sure later on. But it was a good time, man.
Let's see.
Next question.
Yeah, please.
When you go to a meeting, you go for the message or the coffee?
Oh, my God.
You're supposed to go for the message. There's plenty of people that go for the coffee.
Whatever brings you to the meeting, who cares?
Right,
There you go. If it's the coffee, then whatever.
So this
Then
guy-
there's no-
When you go to a beginner's meeting, do you-
this guy.
When you go to a beginner's meeting, do you?
There.
Never mind.
Yeah,
What?
you should do that one.
If there's no coffee, do you
Do
lose
you
it?
let them actually recover?
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
I want to know.
You go for the message or the speaker?
Oh, man.
You guys are
More
sick.
questions on that?
I'm trying to figure out what else.
Oh, also, Charlie, I want to say one more thing about
Yeah, please.
what I spoke about. Was that the whole sponsor thing for me was that in the past, I just, you know, I shouldn't say that, a sponsor and a support group, I would just pick someone. Someone would speak, that's my sponsor. I didn't even listen to what he said. You know, but now that you thoroughly, like I thoroughly sat with somebody and listened to somebody, and granted I've known this guy for a little bit of time, I sponsor now, but like I got to the point where like I thought I was annoying him, but like because I would call him for every decision, like I'm going here. Is it a good idea? Like if you think it's not a good idea, you shouldn't be doing it. You know, and I'm not trying to pump his head up, but he does the same thing for me. So it's like I surround myself with not only you guys, but sponsors that are like that have a good amount of sponsees that are like surviving and getting through it, whether they want to or not, because like a person like him and a good sponsor, like my sponsor, for instance, is they're kind of like the same people, believe it or not, because like
We read the same book.
they read the same book, but they're on the same page as far as like he knows me so well. Like if I'm saying some crazy shit on the phone, he's gonna be like, dude, yeah, I'm gonna come over there in like 10 minutes and we're gonna talk, just because maybe I set off an alarm in his head, or maybe I set off a red light. And I didn't call him to come over, but he didn't come over to be like, oh, I thought you were going to relight. He just came over because he thought I was in my head too much.
It's good.
You know?
I like it.
I mean, granted, this house is pretty sick, so I mean, he could just get a bed here.
Yeah, right.
It's good, dude.
Yeah, that's all I had to add.
I agree with you on that. In the past, again, not really.
Hey, how come the red light's not on your speaker?
Oh my God! I can see it on here. In the
He's only
past,
doing
I
bar
did the same
mitzvahs,
thing.
that's
Everything
right.
was
Take two.
motion. Like a guy came to me and was like, "I'll be a sponsor." Oh, great! And then he was quiet. I talked about this last night at BAT. And no, he's calling me with his problems. I'm
Right.
like, what? Well, you're fighting with your dad. Okay. Well, tell me sorry.
That's all I
And I hang up. I'm like, is that what I'm supposed to do with my sponsor?
Yeah, you like going to meet you at the bar? What do you want me to do? Yeah, I got 3 days back.
Right. But now, when again, speaking about John, when John speaks, it always means something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely.
It hits me a different way. So,
soft in my heart.
yeah, it does.
Oh, man.
Well, I was just telling you that earlier today when we were in Ace Harbor. When I'm thinking of doing the wrong thing, I hear this fucking guy's voice.
Well, there's a lot of
I
commonalities.
should pay for this.
I still curse my first sponsor. I still curse him. If I drop out at 7-Eleven with the Splenda, you know, I pour it in, and a piece of garbage falls on the floor. I pick it up, and I'm like, oh, F you, Billy. I'm like, yeah, do the next right thing. Do the next right thing. Oh, damn it. But you know what? That's the way we live. That's the way sober men live. So
Absolutely.
it's the right thing to do. Clean up your side of the street.
It is, because if I don't, it eats at me.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's Scott. Why don't we ask Scott a question?
What's that?
Hey, Scott.
You're live right now, by the way.
Brother,
We're
recording right
recording a podcast. What's
Yeah.
up? Man?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
now.
Pull up a chair.
How you doing?
So, Scott.
All right.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Scott. We got like a whole gang here.
But what Joey just said, though, I do that all the time, though, because when I ask John, can I ask you a question? He goes, yeah, I could probably give you an answer. Like an hour later, I'm like, yo, I really needed that shit. And then it touches my heart. So then I got to text him, like, let me blow his head up a little more. Like, John, I really needed that. My man. You know,
My man.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I hear that in my sleep.
Yeah. Well, you should use it, though. That's the difference. At least Mike, Joey, and Charlie pick up on that. You know? Some are sicker than others. We know this.
So, Jack. There's another one for you.
Uh-oh.
This ain't good.
Poor Jack.
At a beginner's meeting.
How many naps do you need?
Did I say that already?
Sober daily. No, I'm just kidding.
You need good rest, tell him.
Good rest.
Very important.
God,
Natural sleep. Go ahead.
you went to CK Post as well, correct?
Right.
All right. And how were you?
How's the food? I heard the food was amazing.
Food, yeah, how was the food?
I like the food, but then again, I'm like a stray cat, so you know.
Well, listen, in all seriousness, when you're coming living out of a tent or a dumpster, the food there, like that place is a shithole, but it was like the shithole I needed. I'm coming out of a tent, living in a sea container. I was grateful for that ugly, nasty veggie patty,
not say vagina.
whatever the hell.
Right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, your
listen,
favorite food is meat.
Right.
You're not
That's
there-
what
She's a
it's not
newcomer
that.
speaker.
you're
and
not
it's
there
over.
for the food.
Started there.
No, but like I was
At least
grateful
you're getting
for the food.
fed, yeah. I mean, to me, I
sheets.
get
He
it.
does have
pillow.
a great point, though.
Yeah,
As soon
I
as
get
we
it.
get into a facility where, like, food sucks, this and that, and we forget how...
Well, listen, I went to Seafield the day I walked out of Seafield. I was high because it was a country. My girl dropped me off at Seafield. I go, wow, I can do this. I can smoke. And I got high the day I got out of there. I go to CK Post. It's like going to prison. You almost got to lock in at night. Everything. You know? It's like-
Yeah.
The bed sucked. The food sucks, but I eat it. You got to eat it.
I spoke at Phoenix House, and all the guys were outside smoking.
Yeah.
Right in front of the... I'm like, oh.
Right. No security guards, nothing. You
Yeah,
can wander
that's
through
kinda
there.
cool.
It's
That's
great.
A few days into CK Post, I was like, I should have went back to Seafield.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing you didn't.
I know.
Listen, in all seriousness, how about what is it, Woodbridge?
Oh my
It was
gosh.
a resort. Straight
Where's
up
that?
resort.
Out in Calverton.
I think Jack just got serious because he pulled his rosary beads out of his shirt that he got from him. You see that? He thinks he's pimping now.
If I could
It
get
still
it,
makes
I'm
you
going
ugly.
right back out.
It doesn't make you better looking. Tuck him back in.
So how do you feel coming out of CK Post and being... How long you... do you mind,
I
do you mind
feel
saying how
amazing.
long you're sober?
Like 41 days.
Nice.
Stuff.
How are you feeling now?
How do I what?
How do you feel now?
I feel great.
It's good.
Yeah, I feel great. When I got into CK Post, they practically had to carry me into that place.
Okay.
I was like in really rough shape and, had a beard. It's like,
Well, we all had them when we left.
yeah. Yeah, I was in rough shape.
And then you came here straight.
Came here, yeah.
Okay. And you feel... Who's your...
Kevin.
Okay.
No, your sponsor.
Oh, my
your
sponsor, Justin.
Justin.
Oh, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just celebrated two years.
On
Yeah.
Saturday,
yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
That was
Yeah.
at the...
You got to be here to know
If you were
that.
here.
Yeah.
That mandatory thing we have? Yeah. You should have been there.
I mean,
Shots
John,
fired.
That was John's fault.
Justin's
me and John
great.
spoke at it.
Justin's
It was
great.
nice.
Yeah, I heard all about that.
Justin's good.
Not John, you. Anyway, we had...
What happened?
Wait, did I bomb that one?
No, I thought he was good.
No, it was, but it's about the
Boston
newcomers and the eye hawking and everything. It's just a lot.
Well, listen, when you have this one group that shows up that there's one hotter than the next, my eyes went right there. I'm
Right.
sorry, guys. I'm
So
still
you're
sick.
here for the message or
Still
the
sick.
recovery? What are we doing here?
Recovery all the
The
time.
coffee?
Recovery
Oh,
all the
right.
time.
13
Come for the
step.
recovery, stay for the pie.
Still sick.
Yeah.
Just not suffering.
It's a great group. I went to go to bed last night.
We're in trouble.
Charlie was up. If someone had a microphone in that room,
thank
we would have been in a rubber room.
Thank
Oh.
God.
You
Wanna
raising
say
your
hi
hand?
to the people watching. How you doing?
How many
That was the gayest shit
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I got a request. That's why.
You got a request?
I plead the fifth.
Don't you worry. It's an anonymous program.
Members.
What was the request? Get a brush before you wave your hand?
2 or
They
3.
say brush your hair before you raise your hand or no?
Yeah, he was like, I got a question.
One.
You got one request? That's great.
No, one person watching.
And she wanted you to say hello? That's good.
Hi, Kelly.
We should have known.
That's awesome.
Oh, you got
We should have known. Wow.
None of your business.
Yeah. I tried
I
to
don't
keep it a
have-
secret. He's texting right now.
You're all in trouble.
Texted Kelly back. She said say hi.
I'm out of questions, fellas. But
Whoa! We had 3 questions.
There was like 7.
Oh.
One, two.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Well, why don't you ask Scott about
Does anyone
the...
have
I want to go to Charlie.
What about me?
So you spoke the other day at the pit. It was 7:30.
Last night,
Right.
not the other
What
day.
makes you? Was it? All right. See, they start blending together.
Yeah, well, when you nap,
Well,
it's
you're
like,
right.
when you nap 7 times a day, it's like 3 different days.
6 naps ago, you spoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
How did you feel
It
before and after?
Well,
and during.
I was having a rough day, and it was good to speak. I kind of like, I don't know. I spoke at Phoenix House last week, and I felt like I had a better outline. I kind of was just fumbling through it last night, but I was kind of trying to get the same points across. But yeah, it's good. It helps. There was one gentleman that was talking about trauma. I got to speak with him after, and I just gave him a title of a book that I wrote about it because that helped me understand it a little
That
bit.
you wrote?
a book that I read about it.
Oh, I just said wrote.
Yeah, no, I didn't write books, not
Shit.
yet. Yeah, so I read how the body, I forget what it's called, how the body's something, but it's about trauma, how your brain uses trauma, like, and it helped me understand it a little bit better. Like I said, I used that last night. Everyone has trauma in their life, so yours isn't worse than mine, or mine's not worse than anyone else's. But at the same token, some people use it to be an addict, and some people don't. There's plenty of people that have lost their whole family in a car accident. They're one survivor. That doesn't mean they're an alcoholic or a drug addict because of it. So they handled it a little bit better. It's the way I see it.
Better or differently?
Or differently, I should say. You're right. I apologize. But yeah, that book helped me understand that a little bit. I read that in CK Post. I read a couple books when I was there, but yeah, I mean,
CK Post?
When we were at CK Post, yeah. I mean, I just think that my journey this time's different. I surround myself with the right people this time, and I'm doing it. I fought it. Kind of still fight it a little bit, but thanks, John. But I don't. I try to take myself out of being comfortable. Is my thing. So if it's something I don't want to do, I usually do it now, because I wouldn't do that in the past to help me. I'd be like, why am I doing that? I could just stay home and drink. I could drink today, and I'll do that shit tomorrow. And then you never do it, obviously.
But I was gonna say vice versa. You drink tomorrow.
No, now that's what I do.
Oh,
prior,
now. Okay.
Prior is what I'll have a drink today, and then I'll see the doctor.
Of course.
And then I'll never see a doctor for 10 years.
Bill
And then
says
I
that's
walk
the
like
whiskey rose, right?
Right, and I walk like an asshole because of it.
I will get good and drunk now. So I did. Yep.
I always
All
thought
my
whiskey
drugs
rose
today, and
was a
tomorrow
treat.
I'll get sober.
Yeah,
That
tomorrow.
lasted years.
Yeah.
Or the best thing I
That's the
always,
longest tomorrow ever.
especially when rehab people, I always know, like once you have that, I'm going to rehab.
Yeah.
That night before, I think
Before. I like to book mine like 2 weeks in advance. 2 weeks. Let's just be honest.
Going on vacation.
Yeah.
Going on vacation.
I'm doing this big now. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I'm going.
People want you to go, so they're dropping you off money.
Who the fucking cares? I'm going in.
Also, it's hard to have a good time when when I would relapse, knowing the program and knowing all that shit. It is so hard to enjoy yourself when you have a head full of recovery. It fucking ruins it.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, it does ruin
It
it.
ruins it. You can never enjoy yourself ever again. I mean, for me, that's what helped me identify with I'm a fucking alcoholic and an addict.
Yeah, it totally ruins it.
Yeah.
No, it's George Howell. Was it George Howell the Third? What was it again?
Thurston Howell.
Thurston Howell.
Thurston.
Thurston Howell the Third.
Thurston DeLuca.
The first. You don't want to be the third. He said the first.
Yeah, I can.
That's awesome.
I can definitely agree on that too. Because even though I'm so,
Can't hear you.
I can definitely agree on that too.
Mikey whispers
And
over here.
Even though I'm so early in recovery, I feel that
Papers.
now. Like if I think about doing something, and I get that gut on my feeling, I just feel wrong. 100%. And pretty early in recovery, but I'm still here. I got 60 days to get
Good
Nice.
stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is it. Like Charlie was saying, build a big support group with guys that don't want to drink and drug.
Yeah.
The likelihood of you going out tonight, slim to none, because you're doing something like this.
Yeah, you're gonna
hanging
get-
out
I'd rather
with-
be
with-
doing this with a group of guys that are a pain in the ass than being
Yeah,
out
well,
there.
come home like that and see what happens to you. That's when I can legally kick the shit out of you, and Benny's not gonna get mad.
The one thing I notice is you definitely don't want to disappoint yourself by relapsing, but you also don't like John. I feel like I'd let him down more than
I
anybody.
think about my family.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
But
that's
I always
why-
have somebody in my head that exactly. My family's used to it, so.
Mine is too, but even certain family members, especially my little sister. I have a 21-year-old sister that talks to me like she's my parent, and she would kill me if I screwed up again. But not just that. I can imagine how much pain I would put her through. Just even though it was just one time, just the fact that I screwed up, it would kill her.
Right. I mean, you got to do it for yourself first.
100%. I'm just saying, I use that as a way of thinking of like why I shouldn't do this and that, even though I know I shouldn't do it for myself, because then I'm gonna just put myself in a whole shithole again.
The one time could be your last time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all
That's
have
right,
another
so I
recovery in
fuck-
us. We may not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We all have another relapse in us. We may not have another recovery.
I don't have either one of them. I mean,
And that's the shame, bro.
He's like, I've given up.
That's
I surrender. I'm done.
That's the
No
shame
way.
that you feel too, coming back, because you're embarrassed. You feel, such shame.
but then again, I understand now why people say that though, because this isn't my. I'm not a one and done person, unfortunately. So like, for me to say that, that's just giving me a reservation.
To what? Go back out?
Yeah, because if I say, "Oh, I could get away, I could go,"
Oh, no. Yeah,
I can't.
no,
Me
that's-
now, I can't do. I can't.
No.
I can't. And unfortunately, it's because of the different relapses I have under my belt already.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, over the last months, I've been to parties, I've been to weddings, I've been to, and I play the tape, bro. Like, it's not gonna be one drink. It's not. I'm gonna fucking that one drink. It's just.
No, I'm not even worried about that point because in my eyes, one drink I relapse anyway, regardless.
Yeah,
I don't.
right,
people
right.
can say, "Oh, it was a you get you something." No.
That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
I started off at 20 years old, Mike's age.
Me too.
I'm a one and done. Then I went to 2. Then I went to 3. Then I went to 4.
Yeah.
Then I had 4 years clean straight, reading the book, I sponsor everything, blah blah blah. Didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's now. No, I don't even want to hear that word.
Stop doing it. When you was good, and then you stopped doing it.
Yeah, well, that's why my outlook on all that. When people say, "Oh, you stopped going to meetings," no, listen, you can 4 years in, you could be going to 7 meetings, go to 3. But if you're doing book work and you're talking to your sponsor, you're gonna still make it. I don't care what anybody. For me,
Yeah.
I don't know about him, but the whole meeting thing, no, because technically, you know what? I can honestly say, in the beginning, I was at a meeting a week that I didn't like, that I could do if I was home, I wouldn't get high over it. But then, when you start letting go of your support group, not calling your sponsor, not doing the book work, listen, that doesn't mean that I could slip up and come back. Like me personally, when I hear that in a meeting, I'm like, oh, bro, that's the wrong thinking, because you're already setting yourself up. To me, anyway.
But that's why it's good to have a good support group around you. 'Cause they'll
Yes.
pull you up,
Yeah.
pick up
Yeah.
on you, and you do that for them too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I might have another relapse, but not another recovery. That's the way I look
yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Because who knows? I mean, I was just with my sponsor last night. We both got texted at the same time. This kid just celebrated 6 years at KISS in NA. Kid's dead. Ran that meeting for 6 years.
Randomly.
Best support group, best everything. Nobody even knows why. Left the meeting, went home, and his mother found him the next day, which was yesterday, last night when she came home
Oh,
from.
home group.
Yeah, mine too.
John, you always have
We'll talk
something
later.
good to say about that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What happened? How do you feel when someone you know comes back to collect another 24-hour coin?
What do you mean?
Like, what is your thought process on someone that you know that was clean and then slipped up, but you see them at a meeting again picking up another coin?
Thank God they're making it back.
There you go.
That's really the thing, because the sad truth is most of us are gonna die. That's the sad truth of it. There's a jail's institution and death, or
I did all
jail's
that.
institution of
Up to
recovery.
it, yeah.
It's your choice.
Gotcha.
So thank God they didn't die. When you clap, yay, congratulations! Not
course.
because you're getting your coins, because thank God you made it back
Yeah.
alive.
100%.
Because it's really, man, we yeah,
God.
God, Scott,
No, there
preach,
used to
baby.
be,
It's
there
an
used
open
to be an
meeting.
expression around where you got to rat yourself out.
Correct.
Because a lot of times guys will think to themselves, "Oh, I want to relapse. I want to go out," but they won't share it with anybody.
Don't give it a voice.
You know, and then everyone's like, "Well, why did he pick up? We didn't." He looked like he
Yeah,
was doing great."
I got you.
But in reality, he was thinking about picking up.
But
What
take
he
the
did.
burner.
You're only as sick as your secrets.
Yeah.
You gotta give it a voice. This is why you get a support group. I didn't come to any one of you guys and be like, "Yo, this is what's bought." Whatever it is, you might think it's something small. You might think, no one's gonna care. That's so stupid. That's so silly. Dude, talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it. And sometimes we put it on paper.
I was just gonna.
Uh-huh.
That's
And
what I was.
we
I was
get to the
suffering. I was suffering
cause and
with something,
conditions, like
and
the
I
book
didn't-
says.
I was suffering with something on a Sunday, and I didn't think it was a big deal.
Mhm.
And I didn't bring it up to John until fucking Wednesday, dude. I was at war in my head for 3 fucking days. I was miserable, and I couldn't get out of myself until now. He showed me why it's so important to fucking write shit out and put it on paper because it helps you identify all the fucking
Oh yeah.
defects in yourself.
I mean, I'm special, so I need to write things down. But my
Yeah,
notebook's
bro.
full of my.
That's when you see me burn that paper.
Jack writes things down, but you can't fucking read it.
Yeah. But that's how to put chalk to a board and stuff. That's
I want to talk about too what we were talking about at Duncan this morning. How I hate the statistic part of it because realistically, us sitting around this group, like one of us will make it to long-term recovery, but it doesn't have to be one of us.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I hate when they say that shit.
But it's the truth.
It is the truth.
Well, it's just in the
It's the
numbers,
truth.
Yeah.
Listen, you'd be shocked. Like that thing that I went to in Albany and stuff. I read pamphlets and stuff, bro. I have a whole new outlook on addicts now, because now the statistics of it are like what to watch in people.
Yeah.
Bro, and it's a state and federal pamphlet, and I'm reading this thing, and I'm like, oh, I know like 40 people like this. Yeah, no, they'll get about 3 years, and I'm looking at people that just died recently. Holy shit, that was this guy, and this guy was like 3 months before they said it was going to happen on a year. Oh, they're acting like this, they're telling people that, but they're doing this.
Behaviors.
Yeah, biggest
behaviors.
thing. And that's right, the biggest list was behaviors.
Yeah.
Somebody's telling someone else, oh, you got to do this, but then this guy's doing something
They're not
totally
practicing what
different.
they
Right.
And that's why you get sponsees, because you tell them what you need to hear.
Yeah, but the thing is like, listen, I don't know. For me, like now, maybe, and it is because, listen, I did the jails, institutions, overdose and died. So like, there's really nothing left of me. But this time alone, like, bro, I would never go to a fucking, sorry, plain English, and tell a man, yo, listen, I'm struggling right now.
Yeah.
I'm not. My sponsor would pick me up last time, and I'm like, yeah, everything's fucking great, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, I'm like, can't wait for this. And I wasn't even getting high at the time. And like I said, my significant other, she pointed this out like 13 months before I relapsed. You're not putting the cars in the driveway the way you normally do. Oh, I leave work for work first, so you pull your car out and put it in first so I can get out first.
But
you make the coffee.
Did you pull away from your support group?
No, but it was just my behaviors, not.
But did your support group call you out on it?
Sure.
And you
Sure.
just weren't. So
right, I wasn't
like
man
self-knowledge,
enough
so you
because
knew
my
it, but you
balls
weren't
were
willing
small at the
to
time,
say
or I didn't want to hear it
Your
in
ego.
plain English. Yeah, so no, I'm good. No, you're not, bro. You're really not good. And then I come home, I do something else wrong. Well, you don't do things like this.
Yeah.
And she would tell me, and then she's like, listen, I already set myself up. I was already mentally prepared for this before the drug was even touched because of your behaviors.
Right.
You know, and being in the field like that, she calls it out all the time. Like, we were at a meeting the other day, I swear to God, she's like, yeah, that's not going to last too long. About 4 days later, she's like, we'll relapse. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
How?
Well,
And
there's
it's
the
sad.
relapse before the relapse.
Yep.
It's your
Yeah.
behaviors.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are the attitudes.
100%.
Not going the extra mile, not making your bed, not just little things. Oh, I'm going to do my laundry tomorrow, but I'm going to wear dirty clothes tomorrow. I don't do that, so once I do that, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't, you know,
Yeah.
I don't...
That's weird. God, I'm sorry.
Poor Jack gets abused.
No.
Poor Jack.
Listen, no.
Make fun of him
I'm not even pointing
I
at
feel so
Jack.
bad.
He just made a comment.
Joey doesn't talk crap about him anymore. Ian is
Yeah.
because they're like, wow, Charlie already beats him up enough.
I didn't have to say it. He just like kind of like
Charlie slays him.
tried to make it so it wasn't a rudely interruption to slide that in. I just let it
I
go.
backed off.
I was like, damn,
Yeah.
bro.
No, Charlie-
I'll shed a tear
listen,
tonight
listen.
for you,
He
bro.
wasn't even looking. I'm
He
like,
took
I
the
got-
last puff of his cigarette, a sip of his drink, clean his throat.
dirty bastard.
No, but I mean, I'm not saying that about anybody here because I'd be upset if anything like that happened to anybody here. I truly would be. Like, honestly, if I know that whether it's we might break Jack's balls, but if he's suffering like that and I know that I'm not helping, there you go. Thank you.
She must have been watching.
No. So, but like, even if it was,
guys are doing great.
even if it was Jack, for instance, if I didn't pull him up and try to help him, I'd be, what kind of person am I?
Yep.
This guy lives in the next room, and I'm not saying him. Even Mikey, he lives above me. If I knew he was struggling, and I didn't help him, and he relapsed. What person am I? I might as well go get high with him.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. Some people might say that's not my business, that's not my recovery, but how are you going to leave a man down like that? And I would be pissed if someone knew that about me and they didn't help me.
Yep.
Well, it was funny in our little group text that one day we're breaking his balls and all of a sudden everyone got serious. Hey, Jack, is everything okay?
Well, when you shoot a picture of a noose, I mean, I called 911, a psych ward.
Why don't you buzz roll him a little bit?
It was a gift.
Yeah.
It was a GIF, whatever
Yeah.
frig they
It
call
It,
it.
no, that's not a gift. Did you say gift?
Gift.
Gif.
No, gift.
Gif?
GIF.
I don't know what it is.
Gift.
Yeah.
What is it?
Gift. Gift.
He's young, he knows.
Right. And you want to know how he had that in his phone? Never
He's
mind.
used it
Never mind.
before.
It was alive.
What I realize with speaking with John sometimes, if something's bothering me and I say, he doesn't even have to say something. And at the end of the conversation, I'm like, yeah, why the fuck is that bothering me? Like, just because I talked about it.
Give it a voice.
And he's just like, oh.
Oh, we're not doing live anymore?
You okay now? Yeah, actually, I am. Yeah, fuck. But yeah, that's happened a couple times.
And another good thing, just so everybody knows, that he does hold a very good 12 midnight meeting on Saturday. That's very good.
And,
And
It's gonna be monitored, by the way.
well, you know, I seen you there once, I think.
I've been there a few
But
times.
yeah. But it's a good meeting to go to because I tell you what, if you need to talk, you need to get shit out. That's the time to do it. You read the book. Everybody reads the book, and listen. We got out of there 2:15 the other morning.
Yeah.
It's a 12 o'clock meeting at the pit.
Oh, great.
It's an anonymous program. We can't tell you.
Right. Right. Oh, he's in the other
Sorry,
fellowship, isn't he?
the other
Thurston Howell III.
I'll just call it the cigarette butts.
Hansel and Gretel.
All the newcomers and Jack will be there.
Boy, Jack is abused.
Listen,
He likes
you know
that
what?
part, though. He likes
Listen,
it.
in all seriousness, I know you guys break my balls and all, but I can laugh about it today. I don't take it to heart. It just rolls off my shoulder.
No, I-
Well, you can't because listen,
You're a good sport
I
about it.
strew straight facts at you. I don't come up with no bull like that. There's some knowledge behind my info when I say something to you.
Is it? I'll be dead serious, bro. I'll be dead serious.
I don't know you were a mental type of guy.
We're all mental.
You squeeze him.
Yeah, you crush it. It's like a Newport.
Well, I didn't crush mine.
Oh,
So why buy crushes?
I actually liked them. I don't know. Jack,
Off topic.
every
That
once
was
in a while I might. Yeah, you know what? Here. No.
There you go.
So how's
Is
your
it-
work
oh.
going, Mikey?
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go pick up a couple of guys at CK Post.
Good man.
Going to North Babylon.
nice.
Nice.
What
Yeah.
time's the meeting?
I haven't been there. It's the one guy.
It's-
This guy Craig. You know,
It's
Craig.
the
upstairs,
annex?
Yeah.
No, it's the one upstairs that they closed when we went.
Oh, the
It's
one next
Tuesday
to the
night.
church.
You wearing the hat?
Yeah.
Listen,
Why you think I should
No,
No,
I
wear the hat. You gotta rock the
I
hat.
like it.
I like
Rock it.
Yeah.
it's in where?
in North Babylon?
Oh, it is
It's
the
NA.
annex.
It's not NA.
Is it?
What
is it-
time
is
is
the
it
meeting?
by 7-Eleven?
I haven't been there yet.
Scott, what time?
But you have fun.
He said it's 6:30.
Right, so 6:30 Northport.
It's definitely NA.
North Babylon.
North Babylon, sorry.
It's definitely NA then.
It's
6:30.
NA, yeah.
Yeah.
Why they don't stay up past 7:30?
Sometimes the next meeting
They,
will be at
they
8.
normally start late, bro.
Well, it's either 6:30 or 8.
8,
Sponsored.
yeah.
We're going to the meeting?
So we're gonna wrap it
I
up,
think-
fellas. Anyone have any last
Want it?
words they want?
Anybody-
Don't drink and go to meetings.
Don't drink, go to meetings is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still here and I'm going to keep coming.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Take care. Comb your hair.
All right.
Oh, shout out to Nick
Nick.
for checking on us, my man over there in Washington.
Oh yeah.
I wanted
Nick,
to
thank
give
you
him a
very
shout
much. I
out, man.
appreciate
That's
that.
awesome.
We got an
Appreciate
email
you.
like, hey, your
You
last
guys
episode
okay?
wasn't
Yeah.
up. You guys all right?
Yeah.
My man.
So yeah,
cool.
thank you.
If
Nick.
you
I
help
appreciate
one,
that.
Yeah.
just help one person, you're doing your
All
job.
right, cut it.
You guys do this every Tuesday?
And we do it every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When,
We had the
when-
When
wedding.
Joey's busy.
when available.
Yeah.
When available.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Have a good one. Thanks,
Good night,
everybody.
See you in the room.